Up next, we have a story of someone attempting to prevent pregnancy. Please welcome to the stage, Julia.
I was headed to my gynecologist and I was pumped because today was the day. Today I was getting my IUD. And let me tell you that this IUD was the result of a lot of very long, drawn out, heartfelt conversations, a lot of intimate details shared between me and my gynecologist. This was all about finding the perfect method. What is the perfect contraception method for me? For my partner, it's been like a 2-year game of red light, green light. Like, you know, that's kind of his experience. So my gynecologist and I, we had decided we were gonna get the Mirena, we were gonna get it today, and this was gonna be it was gonna solve all my problems. So I got it, not pleasant, I'm not gonna lie to you, but it was in, right? Now we're set. That is a set it and forget it situation. I could move on with my life, psyched. A couple days later, I go back in to talk to my gynecologist. I'm like, yeah, it's not super comfortable. There's a little bit of pain. I just want to check in. And she's like, I can't see it, so you have to have an ultrasound. To which I said, the whole point of this is so I wouldn't have to have an ultrasound. Come on. So I go to the ultrasound. It's like 7 in the morning, and it's me, and it's a bunch of very excited prospective parents. And I am alone and very mad that I couldn't go to the bathroom because somehow the ultrasound machine needs you to have a full bladder to see. I don't know how that's possible, but so I'm there, I'm grumpy, there's all these signs around the room, you know, please don't take pictures of the image, the tech can print the image out for you, to which I was like, I don't want an image, no thanks. I don't need an image of this like alien inside of my uterus. Fingers crossed it's in my uterus, right? We don't know. Could be doing some type of spiritual walkabout all over. Could be my brain. Who knows what's happening in there? So I go in there, me and the tech, we're talking about it. Of course, this being really, they need to really make sure that they know where it is. I had to get a transvaginal ultrasound, which I was like, you know, I didn't feel like I got the IUD and now I'm having sex with a robot. Like, this wasn't the plan here. Great news though, it's in there, so okay. I was like, you know, maybe that was just a rough start, and now that's behind us and I can move forward to having the great partnership that I always expected to have with my IUD. Like, maybe now this IUD's on board and we can just kind of go forward into the sunlight of wonderful sex without any babies. So fast forward a couple years and I go to Asia for 4 weeks, which was a really cool trip, and I come back and I have a super period. Like, I'm talking like the kind of period that frat boys have nightmares about. Like, this was just like, I mean, this wasn't red light, green light to my boyfriend anymore. This was like, just move out, just get out of here. I don't know. So I called my gynecologist. I was like, hey, it's me again, something's going on. And she was all, I can't see you, but you should come in, you can see my associate, right? Come on, like the junior varsity gynecologist now, me and my IUD. So I go in there, and I'm talking to this woman, she doesn't know any of my history. I mean, my gynecologist knows everything about me. I don't know who this woman is. And so the first thing she says when I'm describing, like, yeah, it's gonna, I don't know, I feel like maybe my entire body's coming out of my vagina right now. It's not normal for me or probably any person ever. And she was like, well, is it possible that your IUD fell out? To which I said, what? You tell me, because it wasn't my job to install that thing. I was under the impression that it was in, and it was going to be in, and I was going to be in it. And she was like, no, you know, as it turns out, in the clinical studies, sometimes it just fell out. And 50% of the time, the women whose IUDs fell out, they didn't even feel it. This is what this doctor is telling me. And I'm like, I'm not an expert, but everything that I've read about expelling something from your uterus leads me to believe that you typically feel it, right? It's not like a mystery, like, boop, oopsies. I left my $600 IUD on the side of a squat toilet in Vietnam. Oh. But, you know, we don't know. So now all of a sudden, I'm just kind of like, well, I came back, I'm like, probably had sex a couple times and playing a little bit of Russian roulette here with my uterus now. Is it in or isn't it in? I don't know. She's asking me, well, did you experience any abdominal pain recently? You know, are you having anything sort of abnormal? And I was like, I was in Southeast Asia. I was not responsible about drinking the water, so that was kind of just like a roving carnival of abdominal pain. So no, not normal. I don't know. Yeah, I guess. And I asked, I was like, you know, what do you think? Well, why is it that women are like not feeling their IUDs come out? And so she said their best guess is that women go to the bathroom at night to poop at night, and then they poop and they strain and they also pass their IUD. To which I said, like, listen, I don't know about these other ladies, but when I poop, my boyfriend knows because I'm a feminist and that's how I roll. No secret nighttime pooping for me. So she said, you know, if you get a period, then don't come. If you get your period again, come back in because it probably fell out. And if you don't get your period, you can assume it's in there. I was like, if I don't get my period, I feel like there's actually two possibilities if I don't get my period. So knock on whatever, like, I don't know, like still unpregnant, I think. And I will say though that there's no such thing as a perfect contraception method, turns out. And as terrified as I am of someday trying to have a kid, I'm a little bit excited about not having to deal with contraception anymore. Thank you.